Hi there, Wildcats. Today we are going to discuss about parallel and perpendicular lines. And on the first video, we are going to review on slope of a line. How are we going to solve for a slope and identifying slope of a line. And we are also going to review about slope-intercept form. Before we go into the formal discussion, let's first define what is a parallel and perpendicular lines. Your parallel lines, we consider two lines are parallel if and only if they lie on the same plane, but they don't intersect each other. So remember that your parallel line never cross each other. While your perpendicular lines, two lines are said to be perpendicular if and only if they form a right angle. Okay, so if I'm going to draw a line here, so let's see an example of a parallel line. So if I go draw a line here and here, so these two lines are said to be parallel, okay, because they don't intersect and they belong to the same plane. While perpendicular line, okay, one is say that's a perpendicular line here, and then I draw another one here, and again, perpendicular is said, two lines are said to be perpendicular if they form a 90-degree angle here. So that is a right angle. So that's the difference between parallel and perpendicular. And of course, if it is considered to be neither, meaning they are not parallel, they are not perpendicular, so maybe they just intersect each other at a certain point, but they don't form a right angle. That's why they are not considered to be a perpendicular line. All right, so let's proceed with our review first, and then we proceed with writing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines and identifying them. All right, so equation of a line and slope. Your slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, and your m is m is your slope, and your b is your y-intercept. And this is just the discussion that you have with your algebra 1 before. And take note that your slope is, this is when x is 0, so the value of y is the b. So it's written as 0b, meaning when x is 0, so what's the value of y? It's the b on your slope-intercept form. And then your slope formula, this is written as m is the change of y over the change in x. Okay. Some of your teacher might introduce to you as m. The triangle here denotes as the change in y over the change in x. Sometimes the slope is, we call this one as rate of change. Okay, some books or some of your teacher, they might use rate of change. The slope and rate of change are the same. All right, so we're going to graph and what type of slopes they have on the second example. So graph the following line. So first is identify your slope. On this equation, we have y is equal to 2x plus 4. The slope here is 2, while the y-intercept is at 0, 4, or the value of b is 4. So I'm going to graph this one. So I'm going to graph the equation. So first is I have to graph your y-intercept. Again, your y-intercept, this is your x when x is 0, and the value of y is 4, which is the b. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the point here. And we always have to remember, and again, this is a review, that if you have a positive slope, okay, it's uphill. Okay, while if you have a negative slope, it's downhill. So that's the direction. So I'm going to move twice, 1, 2, 1. and then 1, 2, that's 1. So let's just connect this one. So I'm going to connect the line here. So from here, so that's the line. This is the graph of the line with an equation y is equal to 2x plus 4, right? So that's all right. Next example that we have here is we have the slope is negative 1/4, and then we have your b is negative 2. Again, the y-intercept here is negative 0, negative 2. So that's the first thing that you have to graph. So 0, that's 1 and 2. So this is negative 2. And then we have negative 1/4, so it's downhill. So negative 1, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll connect the line. So that's the graph of y is equal to negative 1/4 x minus 2. And then next one is, as you can see here, there's no slope, okay? You only have the y-intercept, which is 0, negative 3. So I'm going to graph that. Okay, you might encounter this type of problem. So y is equal to negative 3, so it's just only your y-intercept. So 0, 1, 2, 3, it's here. When you graph that, it's a horizontal line. Therefore, okay, it's a horizontal line. Sorry about that. So it's a horizontal line. Take note that this one is parallel to the parallel to your x-intercept, right? Next is we have your x is equal to 5, so there is no the value of x is 5. There is no slope. The same with y is equal to negative 3. So x is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just draw a vertical line. Your vertical line, this vertical line here, it is a perpendicular to your y axis. Okay, so let's proceed with the next one. So we defined parallel and perpendicular lines a while ago. Again, the definition of parallel line is lines that are on the same plane, okay, but they don't intersect at all. Okay, so lines that lie on in the same plane. Okay, and do not intersect. Okay, while perpendicular line is these are two lines, of course, two lines that form, two lines that intersect. And form a right angle. So when they intersect, they form a right angle. So your the slope of this type of lines are, when we say parallel lines, okay, when we say parallel lines, the slope, okay, the slope are the same. So we only have to look at the slope are the same but different y-intercept. Okay, so the slope are the same, so we're considering that, but the y-intercept will be different. While perpendicular lines, these are the negative reciprocal. So slopes are negative reciprocal. So it's a negative reciprocal. So we'll be doing an example about this one. Okay, so there you go. So state the negative reciprocal of the given slope. So what is the negative reciprocal? Your negative reciprocal is you get the opposite of the sign of the given slope and then get the reciprocal of the fraction that you have there. Okay, example, if I have a slope which is 1/4, so 1/4 is positive, therefore get the negative reciprocal of that. So it will become negative, and the reciprocal of 1/4 will be 4/1 or just 4. So the negative reciprocal of 1/4 is -4. It's supposed to be 4/1, but never mind the 1 under. Okay, we have m is equal to -6. So the negative reciprocal, because it's negative, it will become positive. And the reciprocal, there's a hidden 1 here. Okay, so 6/1, that will become 1/6, and it's positive. So no need to put the positive there. That's how you do the negative reciprocal. And then we have m is equal to -2/3. Because this is negative, so it will become positive. Okay, no need to write the positive, and then get the reciprocal. Just interchange the numerator and denominator. That will become 3/2. Now we have 9 here, the same as number 2. Because this is positive, it will become negative, and the reciprocal of 9/1 will be 1/9. So that's how you do your positive and negative, negative reciprocal of a given slope. We need this one in perpendicular lines, right? Now, what are we going to do is we are going to write an equation of the line that passes through the given y-intercept and the given slope. Okay, so it will be written in y is equal to mx plus b form, or the slope-intercept form. So your m, we know that your slope-intercept form is written as y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, and we know that your m is your slope and b is the y-intercept, or the value of b is given here. So I'm going to write this one as y is equal to my m, which is 3, and then I put x there. And then this is -3, therefore it will be -3. So you have now the equation of the line. Next is we have the slope is 6/7, and then b is equal to 15. So y is equal to 6/7x as a slope plus 15. And you are done writing the equation of the line. Okay, again, this is just only a review of your Algebra 1 class. Now let's proceed with the next example. Write the equation of a line that passes through the given point and the given slope. So we don't have any y-intercept here, but we have your slope. So what I'm going to do is identify your x and the y, and we need your y is equal to mx plus b. So we need to solve for b using the point and then the slope. So the value of y is 3 is equal to the slope, which is 5, and then the value of x is 2, multiply that by 2 plus b. You see, we are solving for b. So we have 3 is equal to 10 plus b. Subtract 10 both sides. This will be cancelled, therefore b is equal to -7. So if we're going now to write the equation, so y is equal now to, your m is 5x, your m is 5, and then put x there, then -7. This is now the equation of the line. Y is equal to 5x minus 7. A number, for example, we have the x is 6 and y is -5, and the slope is -1/3. So I'm going to use -5 as my y. That you plug in y is equal to mx plus b, and my m is -1/3, and then my x is 6 plus b. So we are looking for b. So negative 5 is equal now to negative 1 times 6. That's negative 6 over 3 plus b. And then you have to simplify the fractions that you have there. So negative 5 is equal to 6 divided by 3 is negative 2 plus b. I'm going to add to both sides to find the value of b. This will be cancelled, so b is equal to negative 3. So you can now write your equation as y is equal to, your m is negative 1/3 x minus 3. So this is now the equation of the line that passes through the point 6, negative 5 and with a slope of negative 3. Okay, next is write an equation of a line given 2 point and must be parallel or perpendicular to another line. So we'll be doing we'll be writing an equation that is parallel and perpendicular to the given equations that we have in there. And again, we always have to remember that slope of these two lines play a vital role in identifying if they are parallel or perpendicular. So let's start with this one. We have y is equal to negative 1/3 x minus 1. Okay, so what are we going to do is we are going to write a an equation of a line that is parallel first. Okay, so we start with parallel. So I need this point, this is x and this is y. Okay, so I have to put y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus b. Okay, this is our original equation here. And now we are going to write an equation that is parallel. Okay, sorry about the spelling there, which is parallel to that equation. Okay, so we'll be using y, which is 2, is equal to negative 1/3 times x, which is 3, plus b. And we have to adjust or solve that. So that's negative 3 over 3, or negative 1 plus b. Therefore, your b is equal to, I'm going to add 1 both sides. So that will give me b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3. You can write now your equation as y is equal to negative 1/3 x, okay, plus 3. Therefore, this two here, okay, we are doing the parallel, so y is equal to negative 1/3 x minus 1, and y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 3. These are parallel. All right. Okay. Next is how about if we'll be doing perpendicular? So I have to erase this one, guys, so you can see it's the same process. However, we have to get the again, slope plays a vital role. The same point and the same value there. So it says in the problem it's just the parallel line, so I'll just bring back that. So these are now your parallel line. Okay, and let's proceed with the second example. Okay, in your perpendicular line, your slope must be negative reciprocal. So slope must be negative reciprocal. Okay, so what I'm going to do now here is I have to rewrite this one. Your 2x plus y is equal to 1. And transpose your 2x here. That's why we have y is equal to negative 2x plus 1. This is the the slope-intercept form that we'll be using. Now we have to, the slope is m is equal to -2. Okay, we get the negative reciprocal of that, which will give us a new slope, which is m that's +2. It will become positive and it will become 1/2. So this is the new slope that we'll be using. Okay, so we have y is equal to +1/2 x plus b. Okay, and the value of x is 4 and the value of y is 0. So I just plug in 0 is equal to 1/2 x plus the value of x is 4. Sorry about that. So the value of x is 4. So that's times 4 plus b. So 0 is equal to 4 divided by 2 plus b, which is 0 is equal to 2 plus b. So b now is equal to -2. -2 because I subtract both sides by -2. Therefore, our b is -2. So I can now write the equation with this one because I have the b now. So y is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. Therefore, we have y is equal to -2x plus 1 and y is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. These are perpendicular. So they are perpendicular because take a look at the slope, it's the negative reciprocal. All right, so that is how you do your parallel and perpendicular lines. So just a quick summary: when you are writing an equation that is a parallel, so make sure that they have the same slope but different y-intercept. For perpendicular, they have their slope is negative reciprocal, okay, and different y-intercept. All right, so we'll see you then. If you have any question, just let me know. Bye-bye.